Muhammad Amin Jamaluddin, MMS number is 27249. Okay, I will present about CIMB Bank. CIMB Bank is the group commercial bank with 234 branches across Malaysia. CIMB Bank is the country's second largest commercial bank by assets with over 8 million customers nationwide and offers the full spectrum of banking service from investment and wealth management product and service. CIMB Bank has subsidiaries in Thailand, Cambodia and Vietnam, as well as branches in Singapore, Philippines, London, Hong Kong and Shanghai, and representative office in Yangon and Mumbai. The vision of CIMB Bank is to be the leading Asian firm, while the mission is to provide universal banking services as a high-performing institution and integrated organization with location across Asia and major market beyond, as well as to advocate to regions integration and ties to the rest of the world. The value of CIMB Bank is customer-centric, high performance, enabling people, strength in diversity and integrity. Ethical safeguards and virtuous value of CIMB Bank are committed to upholding the highest possible standard of corporate governance throughout CIMB system, process and practices to build a high-performing, long-term organization that serves both customer and society. We adhere to the principle of good governance, responsible banking, and value-based intermediation. Furthermore, we take a comprehensive approach to formulating and implementing growth projects, continually focus on building shared value, which is all about aiding them in crafting a better future. The purpose of whistleblowing policy agreement is to ensure that the CIMB Group's employees are disciplined and professional. Employees must immediately report any wrongdoings, malpractices, or anomalies in their jobs to management for urgent correction and action. Management is dedicated to preserving absolute secrecy and will not only safeguard the complainants' names, but will also shield them from workplace harassment and victimization as a result of the revelation. Anti-bribery and anti-corruption document covers the group's anti-bribery and corruption policies, as well as the responsibility of group employees and those who operate for or on behalf of the groups in adhering to and upholding these policies.
Corporate social responsibility of CIMB Group Holding Berhad. The establishment of CIMB Foundation is to implement CIMB Group CSR and philanthropic initiative. The foundation focuses on long-term programs that brings sustainable community benefits under 4 pillars, which is health and community well-being, education, economic empowerment, and climate and environment. One of the CIMB Group's CSR is the CIMB Action Scholarship, which is under education, provide an opportunity to pursue a degree, especially for low and modest income families. CIMB Group also contributes to economic growth of Malaysian NGOs, such as the Micro Biz Ready program, with the aim of improving skills of small entrepreneurs. Besides that, CIMB Groups directly 2.8 million ringgit to support COVID-19 relief initiative, such buying personal protection equipment that needed by frontliner in government hospital. Board of Director of CIMB Group Holding Berhad. The CIMB Group composition, which is contained of 7 independent director, 2 non-independent, and 1 executive director. The principle of diversity on the board, which comprises of 10 director, which is 7 male and 3 female director, which fulfill the requirement of minimum 30% of female director in MCCG. The CEO duality didn't occur, as the role of chairperson and group CEO are separate individuals in the CIMB group. The board of CIMB Group utilizes independent source to identify suitable qualified candidates. The sustainability of CIMB Group Holding Berhad. The CIMB Group have built-in comprehensive dashboards to measure performance and measure customer utilization. CIMB Group provide comprehensive benefits by establishment of workplace wellness at CIMB to ensure that physical, mental, and spiritual needs of employees are met. Positive impact product and services framework by CIMB to guide the development of a suite of sustainable financing product and services. The CIMB philosophy of value creation enable people and integrity, which promote ethical value and risk management culture. This shows that CIMB Group has successfully brings this code of conduct into the business culture.
Hi, my name is Abdul Razib bin Abdul Halim. My team number is 26787. Today I will present about the ethical and governance structure of Maybank. Maybank or Malayan Banking Berhad is established by Khoo Teck Puat, a Malaysian entrepreneur who passed in 2004. Maybank's president and CEO is Dato' Abdul Farid alias the bank's deputy president and head of global banking. The small and medium-sized business in Malaysia have access to the products and services of the business banking division, and banking services provided by the global wholesale sector include corporate banking, global markets, and investment banking. And the Maybank mission is to help its clients achieve their dreams by establishing long-term mutually beneficial partnerships. And the vision is advancing Asia ambition with you. And for the value is Tiger, which is teamwork, integrity, growth, excellence and efficiency, and relationship and collaboration. Next is the ethical safeguards and virtue values. Maybank has increased all effort to make its policies and culture more supportive of mental, physical, emotional, and performance fitness by activating My Pledge before the movement restriction was a good way to teach people how to be safe for their Maybank colleges and for the people in the communities. It has become even more important to support their well-being. Next is the strong learning culture is based on a wide range of flexible and customizable learning and development programs that help our employees stay relevant, stay competitive, and grow. Next is the whistleblowing policy, that employees and members of the public may come forward with whatever information they have about unethical behavior without fear of retaliation. An independent non-executive director of the board oversees the title secrecy when it comes to granting access to material provided by those who have made a public disclosure. Next is the anti-bribery or anti-corruption policy. The Malayan Banking Group is dedicated to doing business ethically. The Maybank Group has a zero-tolerance attitude for any kind of bribery or corruption. Bribery and corruption are strictly prohibited in Maybank's business dealings. Entertaining gifts and entertainment are forbidden, as are any form of contribution or sponsorship. There can be no actual or prospective conflict of interest that might lead to bribery and corruption risks for Maybank. Next, we'll continue to other presenter. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Mama Ayub bin Mama Arif and my meter number is 272529, and today I want to present about the corporate social responsibility of Maybank. So Maybank over 4,400 SMEs digitized through Sama-Sama Local, over 20 billion gifts to help numerous small ventures. We're enduring our kind of a vacation saving advance solution, which is give dive 23 billion of customers credits stay under elevation measure across the country. So Maybank is first bank in Malaysia to start miniature financing program for people with disabilities. Son of Maybank Heart, the first of its sort computerized social gathering register. So for the board of directors, we have 4 types. First, composition. Maybank at present include 5 chiefs. There are 3 independent non-executive directors and 1 non-independent executive director. For diversity, the board has set up a policy on gender diversity and has accepted the suggestion of the Malaysian Code on Corporate Governance (MCCG) of having basically 30% ladies portrayal on the board. So for the CEO duty, chairman and the CEO are isolated with an unmistakable division of obligation characterized, achieved and supported by the board. So in accordance with best practices to guarantee suitable oversight of the management. And last, for the independence, the independent policy give a rule to the board to evaluate the freedom of every independent non-executive director. Compatible with the independence policy and the proposal of the code, the board to the NRC. So the NRC is stand for the Nomination and Remuneration Committee to evaluate the freedom of independent and executive director upon their agreement every year. So for the sustainability of my bank, we have 4 types too. And first, society. So corporate representatives chipping in drives humanitarian help of venture pointed toward making positive social impact. So including ways for the organization to give equivalent open opportunity to all to get a business sector and asset advancing comprehensive development. So for the government regulation, we work intimately with controllers, government officers and the monetary administration industry to offer better answer for our clients and to help the business. During pandemic, our unified protest group work intimately BNM to offer help for impact client. So for the employees, we have a solid learning society and keep on conveying top tier learning and improvement program that are adaptable and customizable for workers at all level. For the last, for the consumer, past the COVID-19 emergency, we stay zero in and offering monetary administration that our client worth and need. For example, through digitalization, furthermore making items that fit their ways of life. So for the conclusion, the board has set up an administration designed to guarantee successful oversight of dangers and control in the group. The advocacy of hazard, the board and interior control is presently evaluated to guarantee that they are working efficiently and successfully, and maintain the great name of the Maybank Group, and to keep up with public trust in the Maybank Group, keep up with public trust in the security and respectability of the financial framework. That's all from me.
My name is Tessie Wong Xiaoyi with matric number 277975. I will start the introduction of Hong Leong Bank Berhad. Hong Leong Bank's main business pillar include personal and Islamic financial service, business and corporate banking, and the global market. Hong Leong Bank offers financial product, service, and innovation solution in Malaysia and across the region. There are many branches and subsidiary companies in China, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Singapore.
Which is Hong Leong Bank. But first of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Nur Syuhada binti Muhammad Sapawi and my matrix number is 272985. So our Hong Leong Bank background was renamed as MUI Bank in 1989. Later in 1994, it was procured by Hong Kong Community Berhad and renamed it again as HLB. So Hong Leong Bank main business pillar are personnel and Islamic financial service, business and corporate banking and global market. So Hong Leong Bank has many branches and subsidiary companies in China, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Singapore, and Vietnam as it keeps expanding its presence in the Asian region. Hong Leong Bank's vision is to create Asian financial service institutions that are highly digital and creative, as well as product and service proposition that represent brand promise with a mission to strengthen talent brand, making it more visible while communicating a clear value proposition that improve chances of attracting the best talent to continuously learn. Hong Leong Bank's ethical protection, which are composed with 6 principles, which is fair terms, transparency, dealing, as well as counter suggestion and remedies, are all important. Hong Leong Bank will assist workers in becoming familiar with the new financial treatment of financial consumer, which is FTFC policy, prior to the policy introduction, and FTFC compliance month was conducted, during which employers were reintroduced to the revised customer service center. Next, the whistleblowing policy, which is any suspicions about inappropriate activity are urged to be reported by all workers, customer, and business associates. The whistleblowing is available on the Hong Leong Bank corporate website, along with clear instruction on how to report such concerns.
Corporate Social Responsibility (CSR). Hong Leong Bank achieved the philanthropic responsibility as evident in the year of 2020. Hong Leong Bank donated 1 million ringgit to Mercy Malaysia to help the fight against COVID-19. Second, they launched Hong Leong Bank Tweet Smart to empower Malaysians with better financial literacy. They also cooperate with the Coffee of God, a social enterprise. Fourth, they assisted social enterprise Suri for medical frontliners. Last, Hong Leong Bank embraced environmentally friendly policy by changing their method of source and use of resource. For example, they send digital statement through email instead of sending the paper statement to their customer. Board of Directors composition. Hong Leong Bank has total 8 members of Board of Directors, 1 chairman, 1 non-independent executive director, 1 non-independent non-executive director, and 5 independent non-executive director. For independents, 5 independent non-executive directors do not have a major relationship with the bank. They are not influence the bank judgment and not involved in executive team of company. Third, diversity. Hong Leong Bank has 5 male and 3 female directors in the board. This fulfill the MCCG requirement of minimum 30% of female directors in a board. The directors are qualified from different fields. Last, the CEO duality in Hong Leong Bank did not occur, as the CEO and chairman are held by the 2 different people. This also fulfilled the MCCG listing requirement. Sustainability. The Board of Directors oversee the sustainability approach of Hong Leong Bank by providing the bank's strategy approach and direction to managing ESG risks. Next, the Hong Leong Bank adapts the latest digital technologies and applications to customers for sustainability and greater accessibility. Hong Leong Bank also focuses on updating integrity and ethics in its employees and caring about their health and well-being. They have established a COCE policy to ensure employees can achieve a high ethical standard. Lastly, Hong Leong Bank conducts financial literacy and knowledge sharing to the community. They also offer effective products that can help community achieve their financial goals. As a conclusion, good and systematic corporate governance and ethical policy can lead Hong Leong Bank toward sustainable development. Therefore, Hong Leong Bank has undertaken many practice activities and established policy to promote good governance and create a strong culture of integrity. This is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yesisi Rega binti Musa and my metric number is 272531. I will explain about the public member hut part, which is the first one is the background. So public member hut is formed in 1966 by Teh Hong Piao and it was listed on Bursa Malaysia as the Stock Exchange of Malaysia in 1967. Public member hut is one of the Southeast Asia largest bank and it offers many facilities such as commercial banking, personal banking, insurance, Islamic banking, investment banking, stockbroking, nominee facilities and also unit trust fund. The public member had mission is to sustain the position of being the most efficient and profitable and respected premium financial institution in Malaysia. As for their corporate philosophy for its customer, it's provide the most cautious and efficient service in every aspect of its business. As for their employees, they promote the well-being of its staff through attractive remuneration and fringe benefit. As for their shareholder, they forge ahead and consolidating its position as a stable and progressive financial institution. And for their community, it served by assuming its role as a social responsible corporate citizen in a tangible manner. The Public Bank Berhad Code of Ethics consists of competence, integrity, fairness, confidentiality, and also objectivity. And for their ethical safeguard, Public Bank Berhad safeguarding the brand's value, extend to all aspects its operation, and guarantee that in the case for banking excellence, the bank is committed to safeguarding and protecting its stakeholder for a long-term secure future. Public Bank Berhad has created a whistleblower policy and procedure to encourage all the employees, intern, consultant, contractor, supplier, and also their customer to report any illegal activities, unethical and unlawful or imminent suspicious practice or misconduct. So the scope of the whistleblowing policy and procedure has been brought in compliance with the Financial Service Professional Council. The Public Bank Berhad has developed the anti-bribery and anti-corruption policies to guarantee that all employees or third parties who work for or associate with act on behalf of the group are aware of their responsibility under ABAC policy. All employees should avoid giving or accepting gift, entertainment, hospitality, or non-business travel to or from outside while performing their tasks, since this may place them in obligate or compromised position affecting of their business judgment. So that's all for my part. I will pass to the next person.
Hi everyone, my name is Maukarisha binti Watih and my message number is 272849. Here I want to explain about corporate social responsibility, which is CSR. Public Bank Berhad has a philanthropic responsibility as evidenced by their donation of hand sanitizers and disinfectant sprays to Rumah Kanak-Kanak Impian to combat the spread of COVID-19. Then they created the clothes donation campaign to help Green Ladies and Green Littles, a social company that promotes the use of used goods. Last but not least, they donate USD 5,000 worth of vital medical materials like as face masks and gloves to the Khmer Soviet Friendship Hospital to support the COVID-19 screening test. Then we go to the board of directors. First, for composition, Public Bank Berhad have one chairman, one independent non-executive chairman, one managing director, 5 independent non-executive director, and 2 non-independent non-executive director. Second, for independence, there is just one executive director on the board, but there are 9 non-executive directors, including 6 independent non-executive directors, making up more than half of the board. Then we go to the diversity, where the board is made up of 30% female directors, which are 3 out of 10 board members. These 3 female directors give gender diversity to the board. Last but not least, we have CEO duality, where this separation of tasks between the non-executive chairman and the managing director ensures that the board's role, obligations, and accountability are correctly balanced. As a result, it demonstrates that CEO duality did not occur in the organization. Next, for sustainability, we have shareholders and investors, where the Public Bank Group sustainability programs rely heavily on communication with stakeholders. Then, for customers, Public Bank values its customers and strives to provide the most cautious and efficient service possible in all aspects of its operation, as well as being inventive in the creation of new financial products and services. Furthermore, we have government, where Public Bank Group places a high value on operating in accordance with all applicable laws, regulations, and policies. Lastly, for communities, Public Bank shows its concern for the communities it serves by behaving in a practical way as a socially responsible corporate citizen, adhering to national aims and objectives, and therefore contributing to the nation's prosperity. The last part is conclusion, where the ethical principles that have been introduced in businesses are operating well, as seen by the policies that each business adheres to in order to avoid any ethical violations. Then, corporate governance is a framework that regulates and directs all businesses. It is critical for these businesses to lead the way to a better future for the country, as well as for every human being involved in the process. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syuhada binti Mama Amin and my matric number is 273205. So I would like to explain about the overview of RHB Bank. So RHB Bank is a group that bank provides financial services and it is committed to solving customer problems by providing a diverse segment offering and an ecosystem that supports the customer experience easily, quickly and seamlessly. Furthermore, it is supported by a good workforce and the trust also inspires as well as build relationship with stakeholders. RHB Banks has responsibility to ensure the operation can be maintained its credibility and integrity. Because of that, the organization has set clearly of ethics and conduct for its staff. Next is the vision, mission, and the value of RHB Bank. So the vision of RHB Bank is FIT22 strategy, which is fund our journey, invest to win, and transform the organization. So fund our journey stands for boosting revenue from prioritize customer segment, invest to win, invest in technology and digital, while transform the organization stand for build an operating model that prioritize customer travel, agility and digital capabilities as well as develop bank. The mission of RHB Bank is focused on strengthening its branch presence in Malaysia and is a key of focus in target segment, namely the high-end SME and medium and large cap segments. So the value of RHB Bank is professional, dynamic, respect, integrity, and excellence. Ethical safeguards and virtuous values. The established code of ethics has strong principles that will apply and guide all RHB employees in performing their duties. It sets the standard of good banking practice to promote ethical business conduct. A director must have leadership, integrity, and high standard level of professionalism in performing its duties and responsibility. The purpose of the code is to maintain the good name of the RHB Bank and maintain public confidence in the RHB Group. RHB banking staff should act honestly and responsibly in perform their duties, and even adopt an objective and positive attitude, and give their best cooperation for the common good when dealing with authorities or regulatory bodies. Next is whistleblowing policy. RHB Banking Group expects all employees to act accordingly the highest standards of professional integrity in all aspects of activities and must adhere to all applicable internal laws, regulations, policies, and guidelines. With this commitment given, RHB has made sure to put in place channels to expose any improper conduct or wrongdoing. This policy applies to all entities within the group, including overseas branches and subsidiaries.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nohanis binti Syarif, my metric number is 272608. During the year, all RHB employees were required to complete an anti-bribery and corruption e-learning module which received a 99% completion rate. This will improve RHB banking group capacity and expertise in developing its organizational anti-corruption plan and anti-bribery and corruption management operation manual. Next is CSR. RHB Bank Berhad has ethical responsibility. The board has established a code of ethics and business conduct for director in order to promote and instill ethical behavior while also competitive culture and cooperation and excellent business ethics. Okay, next we move to the board of director. A. Composition. RHB has a 1 non-independent non-executive chairman, 5 independent non-executive director, 2 non-independent non-executive director, and 1 senior independent non-executive director. Okay, B. Independent. The independent of the independent non-executive director remains whole and their judgment over the business dealing of the company will not affected. C. Diversity. The board is dedicated to increasing diversity in all forms, including gender, ethnicity, age, experience, skill, geographical knowledge, and educational and professional background. D. CEO duality. The position of the chairman of the board and group managing director or CEO shall be held by different individuals. CEO duality didn't occur. Okay, next we move to the sustainability. RHB has a sustainability in terms of governance regulation, employees, consumer and society. In conclusion, during that year, all RHB employees were required to complete an anti-bribery and corruption e-learning module, which received a 99% completion rate. Ethical responsibility. The board has established the code and ethic and business conduct from director in order to promote and instill ethical behavior while also cultivative culture of compliance and excellent business ethics.